Put a pin in it, put a pin in it. You know we gotta get going, we could finish it. Put a pin in it, put a pin in it. You know we can never lose, we gon' win in it. Put a pin in it, put a pin in it. You know we gotta get going, we could finish it. Put a pin in it, put a pin in it. You know we can never lose, we gon' win in it. Put a pin in it, put a pin in it.
Hello, hello, hello. You have tuned into Put a Pin in It Conversations with Alisa, and I am Alisa. Hey, 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 hey. Taravia. Hello, how are you? Over here on Instagram, that cuppy girl, how are you? Elect lady, Reva Brooks. Who else over here? Mr. Gentleman 92. Are you really a gentleman? All right, Facebook. I don't see y'all on here. Get on here. Tonight we have a wonderful, wonderful guest. But before we get to my guest, I know you all are wondering how I felt about a certain things that have been going on in the sports world. Y'all know I love sports. I'm still rocking my Vikings hat. We lost to the Lions, unfortunately, but I believe the next few games that we play, we're going to be winning out. All right, a congratulation goes to the one and only New York Liberty. They won their first championship in 25 long years. Good God Almighty, 25 years. Can y'all believe that? And I believe that's the only basketball championship New York is ever going to win, because the Knicks are never, ever, ever going to win a championship. But I want y'all to look at this score, 62 to 67. I want to root for the WNBA so bad, but they worried my nerves through this game. They act like they forgot how to play basketball. The world is watching you. Why are you missing layups? This is the time to make every layup that you. This game should have been at least in the 80s. This game, yes, I'm throwing shade. Did you catch it? Whoa, y'all, we got 96 people on here. What is happening? Gotta be the phenomenal guest that I have on tonight. Anyway, listen here. I play prize picks. All right. Let me go on, put my disclaimer out here. Yes, I gamble. Gamble with me. Screenshot this code so you can gamble with me. All right. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. I win more than I lose. But them dog on WNBA. Tell them, Tiffany. I'm not sugarcoating it. Gamble with me. It's a gamble. But guess what? If you can turn $20 into $400, if you can I'll be turning my $20 into $1,000. If you can do that, why not? Why not? But when you have games like this here, tore my nerves up, tore it all the way up because Sabrina act like she forgot how to shoot. Brianna, don't even try. You don't do it because it's not in Las Vegas. Look, I stayed with her during Stella Week, and my God, I was over there fiending because I could not get on my prize picks. Carolyn Crespo, she said, "You ain't tell me about gambling. I want to." Yes, please. I'm gonna meet and Tiffany. We're gonna do a pod on prize picks because she and we've been killing the game. She won like 500 something dollars last night. Oh, your husband do it. Tell your husband I said what's up. Y'all, if you ever want to go to Vegas, go to Airbnb by the Stonies. They have an immaculate place to stay. And they also have great hospitality. Tell them I sent you. I had the absolute best time in Vegas, and I don't bother nobody. And Bree was like, "Lisa, you want to do this?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." I slept, I ate, and that was it. I'm telling you right now. Yes. So listen, we're gonna do a pod. Me and Tiffany right here, the assistant of Nettie and all them folk, them Rick Ross, all them people. Um, she and we're gonna come because we have been really making some money. I'm not talking about no little money. We've been making, well, I know I have. I've been making some real money. And it's all about, I watch sports. So I'm very good at NBA. I'm very good at NFL. I don't know nothing about hockey. I don't know about none of that other stuff. But as I say, gamble with me. We're going to talk about it. All right. So talking about the WNBA, they are opting out of their CBA. They're trying to negotiate higher salaries. I don't see them getting a higher salary yet. And I hope that they don't get the big head because of the viewerships that they got this year. I hope that they don't believe that because of the viewership they got. I'm telling you, they played differently during the playoffs. During the leading up to the playoffs, they were good. That was cool. I was making a whole lot of money off them. But during the playoffs, it's like they went ghost or something. So we got to fix it. All right, tonight, kicking off NBA, it's going to be the Timberwolves against the Lakers. I know I got some Laker fans on here. That Cuffy girl said, "Now I don't know nothing about sports, but I like to gamble. Please share." We gonna share. I'm gonna tell y'all when we're gonna come live with that. I gotta get with her so we can talk about it. But and it's a shame because I got a pastor coming on, and Lord forgive me. I don't feel bad about gambling though. I've been gambling for a long time. All right, Tiffany said I got like 4 slips out of potential 1,400. I have, so she said 4. I have about $6,000 out there for this week. I'm telling you. And I'm gonna when I hit, I'm gonna share. And then after I hit, then we gonna come live and we gonna do our prize picks together. Okay. What time is it? All right, cool. So tonight, kicking off a great NBA season is the Timberwolves and the Lakers. Y'all already know I don't like LeBron, so whatever. It is what it is. And for prize picks tonight, Anthony Edwards only have to score 1 point. Whereas, do you not know that he is not going? You know he gonna score 1 point. That's how they get you. But yeah, so of course he's on one of my prize picks. All right, I want to talk about this here. Okay, for I know everybody watched the NFL. This is the AFC East and North. Um, trash. AFC is trash this year. I'm just gonna go and put it out there. Only AFC West, Kansas City Chiefs, they're the only ones that's cooking. Everybody else, trash. All right, this is what the division where my people are, the NFC. So the NFC North, look at us, 5-1, 5-1, 5-2, 4-2. We just doing it crazy. Then you got the NFC East, they trash. NFC South, little trash. NFC West, all right. So the NFC North is the Vikings. That's where I am, and that's where I reside. Okay. And as I say again, come gamble with me. Go ahead, hit my code, and we're gonna make some money. All you gotta do is more or less. That's it. More or less. That's all you gotta do. All right. I'm not gonna be before you long because the NBA season is starting, and you know I like to watch TV. So I have a special guest. She don't know I'm putting this up, and she didn't know I was gonna say this, but I'm gonna say this before she come up here. And I'm so glad she's prompted on time. Pastor Ann Taylor is, before I bring her on, she is an amazing woman of God. And I have admired her from afar. I know her. I've been knowing her for a long, long, long time. But I want to get to know her. You're going to be hearing questions that I've been wanting to ask her for years, and how she became this poised woman in the gospel. And she back here laughing. I'm telling you, and I'm gonna be myself. And I know she don't care. I'm gonna be myself because she's somebody that we're gonna glean from tonight. She is an amazing woman of God. Now Tiffany done wrote a book. Let me see if I can read it right quick. I remember Pastor Ann Taylor, her church was over there. Can't remember where the name of the street. It's on Brad Boulevard. But they had some church in there. I don't know who that is. Pastor Cromedy. Oh, I remember Cromedy was alive. I think his name was. It's been years. She still looks good. She still look the same. You see this picture? You know, some people don't look like their picture, but Pastor Ann Taylor looked just like her picture. All right, and she's very classy, very demure. That's. But I remember a message she preached. She came to the church and she preached incognito. Oh, look at her say, oh my God. That thing stuck with me from then until now. So, everybody, I want you to please put pen pal hands together. We want to thank Pastor Ann Taylor for coming on.
Wow.
Yes, see, I see that was a long time ago on it.
That was a long time ago. And now I can feel what it was about. That was a long time ago.
It was a great, great message. Okay.
I'm so glad to be here.
I am so glad you're here.
I'm so glad to be here.
Listen, we have a great time on Put a Pin in It. I get to know my guests, and if the questions are too heavy, just be like, put a pin in it, okay?
I want all heavy.
Oh, you want all heavy?
I want all
You
heavy.
know who you sound like?
Who?
Lisa Page.
Oh, another one that I love and adore.
You do. Okay. So for those that are watching that may not know who you are, tell us who you are and where are you originally from?
Well, I got to start out with Be More. I'm from Baltimore. Before I start, first of all, I want to thank you. And at that time, Larry Reed was the
Uh-huh.
pastor of the church that I minister. I want to give him honor and say hello to
We're
him
gonna
as
we're gonna
well.
honor we're gonna honor my baby daddy. Reed.
And I want to, Alive Ministries is here and Healthy Talk Healers are here. So I want to acknowledge them and say, hey, everybody, thank you for joining. But I'm originally from, oh, yes, and my daughter, she has her show. Wow, so many of people. Stop it, Jermaine. Um, but I'm originally from Baltimore, so I'm a little bit of country and I'm a little bit of rock and roll.
Okay.
Um, I moved here and began pastoring, but lately I'm realizing it's not just spirituality, but psychology. And so, since you've seen me, I've gotten two masters at the same time, one in divinity and the other one in mental health counseling. And I'm really finding out that that's really my niche.
Well,
And
I must say you've always sounded like you were educated. You say you just get your message. My God, you sound like a doctor back then.
oh my, I love the word. I love talking. I love people.
Okay.
And so I use the pulpit of Alive Ministries in Fayetteville, ALIV. It's an
Mm-hmm.
acronym, Always Living in Victory, for my divinity side, and Healthy Talk Heals for my mental health side. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. We love it. How long have you been pastor?
27 years.
27 years.
And I'm 50. Oh God. I'm 50. I'm either 58 now or will be 58 in November. Yeah. So I started very young.
Wow.
And can you believe I still love it?
We're gonna get into that.
Okay,
We're gonna
okay.
get into that. I'm gonna get into them hard questions now. 27 years. So you've been 2 decades, almost going on 3 decades of pastoring.
Yes.
So which era from those 27 years, which was your best era? Was it the beginning? Was it the middle? Is it now?
It's strange. Can we go real deep?
Yes, go deep.
History is resetting and repeating itself. So some of the themes and challenges that we face today, I've lived long enough to see and almost have the answers. Like, I grew up poor, so the
Hmm.
economy is no surprise.
Okay.
People were challenged by racism. I'm a 1960s girl, so some of these themes that are coming back, the wisdom, here it is, the
Hmm.
wisdom and the sages of those days are now able to give the wisdom for this world today.
Mm.
Yeah, so all of it has been beautiful to me because I've evolved in
Mm.
27 years. People make you something either good or bad.
Mm. Did the
Yeah,
pandemic change your ministry?
absolutely. Yes, it did. And and okay, you got the pun. All right then. I'm
Of
a
course I
fan,
would
baby.
get that.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
You were
Um,
LRLer.
I'm a LOL. Yes, it did change. The earth has shifted. I hope
Hmm.
that's not too deep. And
No,
so,
come on with it. We can.
okay, everything has shifted from the tangible to the supernatural. That's why you
Hmm.
see this outpour of tarot card readers, outpour of people seeing and dreaming.
Hmm.
And the church couldn't quite make that shift because they
Right.
couldn't control it.
Hmm.
And so I'm gonna say something that may be surprising.
No.
I welcome the exposure
Uh-huh.
of great leaders, because from a mental health field, exposure helps a person get over a phobia. It's
Mm-hmm.
one method in getting a person over phobia is called flooding, exposing them to the very thing they're afraid of. And I think it's about time that your church recognizes no one is living as they are expecting leaders to live. And once we get that off the table,
Right.
the idea of sin, the idea of flaws, once we
Mm-hmm.
get that off the table, walk in the grace, I think we can then see the most gifted people.
Right. Right. So, where does your passion come from? Because you said that you still love it. So there was never a time you was like, forget these people.
Never.
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 Pastor. I
I
don't
know.
believe that. I
I'm
don't believe it.
never. Can I tell
I
you?
used to be a first lady. No, there is absolutely no way. There's no way. There is no way.
Okay. So now we're gonna go kind of deep. I was not blind to the challenges.
You were called to do this.
I
I
was
was
immune to it.
thrusted.
Okay, that's the difference. Yeah, that's the difference.
Oh, I'm just playing. I did a good job.
Yeah, and then you can be assigned to someone who is called,
Right.
but because I applied the principles of
Mm,
abundant living, they couldn't penetrate my armor. It just didn't register to me because
mm.
yes, if I'm a mortician, I shouldn't be surprised at rigor mortis. I should know that these are dead people. And
Right.
so ministry is meeting a need. So when they had the need, I knew
Mm-hmm.
of it, but I just gave them principles. I never gave them me though. I
Mm.
didn't let myself go.
So I was gonna ask you, going into a question I was gonna ask. So how do you keep yourself? Because when you are a female pastor, because you are single, right? You still single?
Yes,
All the way single.
all
No
the way.
friends.
Oh, well, I didn't say that. I didn't say
Okay. You're
okay.
single. You're single.
Yeah,
You're
put it
not married.
single.
Okay, you're not married. So how do you keep from, because they know you got time on your hands, people pulling at you all the time? Are you a hands-on pastor, or when you lead a church, it's like, don't bother me?
Oh, now that's a good question because the first decade I was unapproachable. I had systems. I had
Mm,
barriers and boundaries because I thought out of ignorance that in order for them to respect me, I needed to be so far from them.
mm,
And so most recently, I realized that no, a leader walks among the people. It is, I'm not preaching the message, I'm the message.
mm.
And so I
Got it.
do have boundaries now. I do have boundaries. But I think for that makes it so good for me is I tell them my flaws. I tell them I'm just like them, except maybe they can get in the prayer line. I can't.
So if that's the case, what do you do to recharge? Because you, like, if you don't have, who prays for you? Who prays for the pastor if you don't? Or
And exactly,
you have a spiritual parent that you go to, or how does that work?
I do. I have a spiritual parent, Bishop Rosie O'Neill in Greenville. Most recently
Oh, I
hosted,
know who that is.
yes, the vice president, um, the sitting vice president, and I had some key core people that have been with me from the beginning that I got stuck a few months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and God had taken me to a new place. But when I went to that new place, everything was unfamiliar, and I felt just like, Lord, what is happening?
Mm,
And it's supposed to be unfamiliar. It's a new level.
right.
And I felt lost and out of control. And I sat in my living room and laid out and prayed with that person, someone that could travail me through.
Mm-hmm.
Therapists,
Thank
great
you.
friends.
Thank you. So
But
that's good. So we're gonna get off the church now, because
okay.
you said that therapy and psychology, all that is your Jewish now. So how did you come to realize that?
Well,
Just say it. Just say it. A lot of people in the
okay.
church is crazy. They need
Okay.
they need therapy.
Well,
Prayer isn't working.
yeah, I think we need medicine, prayer, and therapy. I think it all is ministry. Um, I didn't have any plans, honestly. I'll tell you the truth. I was
Okay.
in a divinity school, great school, Campbell Divinity School, but they weren't giving out any extra money.
Mm,
And
I hear
um,
that.
s- yes, and so I heard the School of Education was they were on the floor downstairs, and in my when I went to the mental health, what was it, psychology department, they
Hmm.
say, "Oh, it sounds like you need to be in divinity school." And so I went back and did them both, but I did it for originally so that I can get a nice little cushion while I was in the master's program.
Got
But
you.
I ended up loving it.
Right.
I ended up loving it, and I happened upon Healthy Talk Heals because I was helping so many people without licensure.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, wow, people's lives are being changed. And that's how I happen upon a Healthy Talk Heals.
Mm-hmm.
Words are, this, magic.
Right. They
You
are.
know how somebody can say something to you and it can devastate you. So they're not in your body, but they can cause your
Yep.
feelings to, yeah.
That
So
is right.
words are so powerful. And once I tapped into that, I realized I had something.
That's good. So how long have you been partying?
It's been about 7 years, and I took a little sabbatical.
7 years. Oh, in
It's
your
been
car.
exactly right. And in the office, yeah.
Right. Okay. I remember now. It was
Yeah, and
something Tuesday. Something Tuesday.
absolutely right. And so
Okay.
it just grew, and I didn't think anyone wanted to hear me, honestly.
What?
No, I hesitated, and I'm hesitating to return. The only reason I'm coming back in January, I do you feel have the imposter syndrome sometimes?
Have
Like
what syndrome?
the imposter syndrome.
Oh, like that's not really you.
Yeah, like they don't want to hear me.
What?
I never thought anyone wanted to hear me. The pandemic caused us to stream, and then I realized people would join my church. I mean, it utterly surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
People would be amazed, but I did not quite believe in myself that it had the effect. But I've been doing Healthy Talk Heals for a little over 7 years. I saw the 7 year
Wow.
memory come up. Yep.
Listen, I would come across your pod and I would listen. That's why I wanted to have you on because words are powerful. But the
Oh,
stuff that you say, the way that you get down into, that's how I remember that message you preach. When
mm,
you
mm,
preach a
mm.
word and you break it down to where anybody can understand it, and you also have those like I'll say parables, like Jesus, you break stuff down so much that it's like you can't do nothing but understand it.
I
So
am so amazed.
people love teaching like that. I know I do.
Yeah.
I can get with the, you want to, hoop me to death. But I really like it when you can break it down and I'm going to remember. You know how long ago that message was you preached?
That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago.
That
And
was that's almost
I
30
mean,
years ago.
it had to be almost 30 years. That was a long time ago.
Yes.
That's amazing. I wish I found the manuscript on it. I may preach it again. But
Hey,
part of the shift that has happened is from information to illumination.
right.
People don't just want the content, they want the meaning now.
Mm-hmm.
And those people who can tap into that and what you're doing, it's various ways. That's what he says when he's pouring out his spirit on all flesh. They're just not
Mm-hmm.
going to be in the pulpit.
Yeah.
I wrote something down how important words are. You say words are powerful. I
Yes.
wrote it can be poison or medicine. I wrote prayers are words with hope. Anger arguments are words with anger. Talk is words with intent. Speech is words with an idea. A song is words with music. A soliloquy is words with freedom. A poem is word with rhymes. A hum is a wordless song.
Mm.
And I wrote a conversation or words with an exchange. We are getting words everywhere. And if words kill, you already know they can heal. I want to be a
Mm.
vin-
Wait. Say that again. I need to pull that clip. What?
If words kill, they definitely can
They
heal.
definitely can heal.
It's
Y'all need
not
to
one.
type that.
It's not one directional. What we don't know is the word has the vibe, the frequency, and the energy. And you change the word, you change the world.
Mm,
And I happened upon that. I mean, personally, I absolutely happened upon that with affirmations, um, positive words. And I realized that it created, yeah, it created something. We create, period. We create. And the worlds were framed by God's words.
mm-hmm.
Our world is framed by our words. My world today is a product of what I said yesterday.
Yes.
We can cause our spouses to love us or hate us with those same words,
With words. Yep.
and the practice is honing it.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
See, this is why I wanted to have you on. If I'm stuck, if words can kill, then they definitely can heal.
They
What are
can
you
heal.
saying out of your mouth? Like, and for some reason, I'm always a positive person. And I think that's why, a lot of positivity comes to me.
Hmm.
But I have been around people that just are negative, and it's just you can see the two opposites, the polar opposites of somebody that's negative and somebody that's positive. So y'all need to tune in to somebody say I'm about to go up in tongues. Listen, y'all need to tune in to Healthy Talk Heals. When she come back in January, we're gonna
Okay.
hold her accountable. We're gonna put
Oh
a
my.
we're gonna put a pin in it.
Ooh.
January, Healthy Talk Heals is coming back. We're not gonna let her sit
Oh
back and not give us this word.
my. Yeah. But you know what, Elisa? People are picking up on vibes now.
Yeah, they
Whereas they
know
would,
what's authentic, they know
they
what's
know
not, and we have the internet to thank for that. We really do.
all of that exposure, all of that knowledge.
Right.
Yeah, and so now it's important for us to find our tribes so that we can stay in healed places.
Mm-hmm.
And I said earlier, now people are seeing that we've gone from information to illuminations. Our inner minds are opening up and expanding, because it's all been spiritual, but until the tangible is destroyed. In the
Mm.
year King Uzziah died, that's when I can see it. When the economy collapses, when a
Right.
pandemic, then all of a sudden we start seeing the unseen world.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were children and many of us were wounded, that person is long gone, but their what words have us feeling some kind of way.
Right.
We're married with 3 children and feeling some kind of way because it's all been non-tangible.
Right.
And so my
Right.
job is now to hone in to heal where they have been killed and destroyed, and with great precision. And sometimes people think I'm cutting them, and I tell them there's a difference between a knife and a scalpel.
Mm-hmm.
They both cut, you bleed the same, but the healing process is
It's
different.
different. Yep. Come on with it. That's the truth. There is a difference between a scalpel and a knife. The healing process is totally different.
It's totally different.
Wow.
But I think you really do the same thing with your words.
What I do?
I think you get the attention of a large community. Yes, and
Okay. This is what
okay,
I do, and you're right. So what I have learned to do. First of all, it was Facebook pay that pushed me into keep doing it because I
okay.
get some good checks,
Well, I need to
but
start doing that. Uh-huh.
I get paid for posting. So when I just post what I think, and because I have a sense of humor
Mm-hmm.
and laughter heals. So because I have a sense of humor when I post what I post, I'm laughing what I posted. And so if I laugh, I know whoever I post, they're gonna laugh. And so it
See,
goes viral. Every time I post something that I think, it goes viral. And Facebook pays me for it.
Unbelievable. See, and you're shaping. Yeah, that's beautiful because that's what I remember you from are the laughs. That's
Yep.
why I tune in the laughs. But
Yep.
we have to command our words now.
Yes, we do.
It's everyone's responsibility. It's serious, but it's fun because we have to laugh too.
We do. We do. And even when I'm serious, that's how I catch people with laughter. And then I go into what I really need to say. And then they listen and they stick around because now they're entertained. So they're not gonna go anywhere because she gonna say something funny or whatever. So, but anyway, you have your own style. I mean, and
Oh,
it's phenomenal. What would you tell someone listening the key ingredient to being yourself? Because you are yourself. That was a good question, wasn't
it was amazing.
it?
You know, it was, you know why?
That
Because
won't no chat GPT either. That was
you
me.
see, I want it from the gut. I want it. You're right. Oh, she says she wants to meet you. That's one of my
Oh,
spiritual daughters.
listen, let me tell you something. I love people. So if you see me on the street, speak to me. I would definitely speak back. Go ahead. Tell us
But
how you be yourself.
you answered it is being yourself. Um, I'll
But
tell
how do
us.
you do that? Okay, so you are a female pastor for 27 years
Mhm.
in a male dominated arena. How do you navigate that and still be your feminine self? Because they some of them,
Yeah,
a little strong.
yeah.
So how do
Little
you,
testosterone.
and you preach and you're like, I remember you're like this, you're not, but you can sing and
Oh,
you play the organ.
now please, no, I don't.
No,
That's not imposter syndrome. I play at it and I sing at it. No, really, no, not like you guys.
Pastor
No,
Ann Taylor,
no, you need to
Lord,
tell these people the truth.
I'm telling the truth.
Okay, let's say that was a long time ago.
So you don't sing and play no more.
I've written a few songs, believe it or not. I've got a few songs that
I
I'm
say you
going to.
play the drums. What? I was gonna ask. Tell us something unique that nobody know. I play the drums too.
Ooh, they telling all the family business. You play the drums too?
I did. I sure did.
Didn't we
I
do
was.
anything we had to do in the church? We did whatever we needed to
I
do.
was. It was my grandma on the piano. I was on the drums, and my brother was on the organ. It was a family affair.
Wow.
Yep.
All of y'all are musical.
Hmm. Yep.
But can I tell you something? I was blind to the world. What did you grow up as? Apostolic, holiness, Pentecostal?
I
What was your
grew up Baptist, but it was a original Free Will Baptist.
Oh
So
no, you
we
gotta
was
put
yeah, you got to put that in the Middle Eastern District.
we remember all those things.
OFWB. Kirby was in. He know who I'm talking about.
I know him too. Hey man.
Listen, Bishop Ellen Forbes, bless his soul. He was the best bishop I ever seen in my life. And we praised God. We spoke in tongues. We prophesied. We did all of that in a Baptist church.
In the Baptist?
Yes, we weren't really Baptist.
No, y'all were
My daddy,
Pentecostal.
but see, my daddy got saved under Apostle Johnny Washington. I don't know if you know who that is.
Oh, yes, I do.
He got filled with the Holy Ghost under Apostle Johnny Washington. He said when he got filled with the Holy Ghost, he spoke in tongues for a week. He could not speak
Absolutely.
English.
Absolutely.
And so my daddy has the gift of healing. So he was a faith healer. And so I think that's where I get my when I get around people, they say they feel, so amazing, soothing, all that kind of stuff. I get that from him. And so
Incredible.
my dad was unorthodox. So he was speaking in tongues in a real Baptist church.
Oh, that's impressive.
And so when me and Reed married, of course, he was apostolic. So I went and we became apostolic and whatever, and that's what I was ever since. So, but we were saved. Like back then, people thought we were so old, but we were only teenagers.
Oh, yeah, I know that. So you say even in the Baptist, y'all, they thought y'all were so old.
We were, well, yeah, they thought I used to wear my mama clothes, so of course I looked old. I was
See.
raised by 7 church mothers. So I'm from the old
Ooh.
school church. And
Okay.
sometimes when I talk, it comes out. People like, "Oh, you're so funny," but that's from my grandma and my mama.
Oh.
They were. You know how old people are funny. That's
Yes.
where I get it from them.
So I came up in like that apostolic holiness where we could, you heard the story. Dr.
Hmm.
Reed said we couldn't go to movies, couldn't wear pants. So I had a love. I was preaching when I was 12. At 5, my mother got shot
So
in the
you
head.
live no life. Preachers
That's what
when
I'm
she
about
was
to say.
12. Okay, go ahead.
That's what I'm about to tell you. That's what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
So as I mean, got lost in it. Like some of these are my original Bible. Instead of giving me a gift, they would give me Bibles. So I got so lost, I did not know some of the archetypes of the world. In fact,
Mm.
I'm going to admit this here. My church already knows. I didn't truly know this. This is going to go down another street. I didn't truly know what the world was like until after the pandemic.
Really?
You got to remember though, I was 14 years with rheumatoid arthritis,
Okay.
had to be cared for completely. You know the story.
Hmm.
I never drove my car. I didn't go to school alone. I never went to the market. I never shopped. We talking about for about this period of 14 to 20 years. I was isolated. If I had to preach, they had to write for me. I couldn't bathe and
Right.
wash.
Right.
And I was addicted to narcotics.
Wow.
5 narcotics, one of which is what's that thing they now well, I don't want to call any names, but I was sprayed up my nose in 5 seconds. I was out. That was just one of the class 2 narcotics. So
Wow.
by the time I came out into the world, I'm like, I never saw enemies. I never saw enemies. I didn't see evil in people until after the pandemic. I never saw
Wow.
it. I knew their activity and emotions were moving, but I never saw deep multi. And this is the truth. I woke up after the pandemic. It was something I don't know how it happened. I never saw problems or challenges. It
Mm.
didn't compute.
Right.
It's like I had been in a monastery my entire life.
Wow.
And in some regards, I was. People came to me. I didn't go with people's houses. Very rarely did I go out. I didn't commune with the public. I was both sick and so focused.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And so when I came out, I'm already made. I didn't care what people thought about me because I didn't think, I just, I saw, heard content, but not context. So if they were
Mm-hmm.
talking to me, right, I was processing the content. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
think that they had any other feelings other than what they were saying because I had not experienced duplicity. My words, my thoughts, my feelings were all aligned.
Mm.
I didn't think it exists where people had words, but it was so far from it. The Bible says it, but I've never been duplicitous. I
Right.
didn't know what that feeling was. I've never disliked anybody. I don't know what it's like to hate. I don't uh I had this guy, I tell a quick story. This guy stole, he's gone on now from this world, stole all of my equipment out of the church, every bit. Every bit.
What?
Yes, I was on my way to preach in Baltimore. He said, I'll help y'all load up the van. When I came back, everything was completely gone. And I had given him a key because I'd known him from B More. It Nothing registered in me. It took me a year to get the congregation together,
So
but
you was
because
like, oh, he didn't mean it. Is that
I
how you
didn't
felt?
rationalize it. It's nothing, it just never, I can't explain it. I didn't have to go through steps. I didn't have to talk myself down. It just never registered. And this is the first time we've talked about this at length. It's just really strange. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I was slow or something.
Yeah. So you finally woke up.
I,
That
I
is
woke up.
crazy. That and I don't want to keep going down my rabbit hole, but I just feel like sometimes because people like us that were raised in the church and we have blinders, even though we feel like we shouldn't have blinders because we're in Christ, right? But we in church so much that the world can sniff us out and be like, oh, I'm gonna pray on. They pray on us. And they prey on us, and we don't know because we think everybody's good. You know, we see the good in
Thank
everybody,
you.
and then all of a sudden, here we are picking up the pieces. Like, wow, I got you.
After the pandemic, I look back and say, "Oh my God, you violated me. You mistreated me. I didn't see it." And I'm glad for it because I say, God, why did you open my eyes? I don't enjoy this now. And he says, I live the principles, to the Bible, to the letter,
Mm-hmm.
as best as I can, applying it to my life. And I couldn't relate to people. He said, now you have to build a bridge to get them to the
Mm.
other side because a life like that does exist. I had enemies, but I operate like I didn't because I couldn't see them. So
Mm,
now
mm,
when I
mm.
see enemies, I'm going to do the same thing I did for the first 20 years. Act aloof. Because I now know for real, no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Wow, come on.
Because I did not see the weapon. Now I see it. I'm like, oh, well, another weapon. Yeah.
God knows who to choose. Because I am not that way anymore. You try when you want to.
Really?
Oh,
But
Pastor K.
doesn't it have
Oh,
you vigilant?
what you mean?
You're more
I
looking
think
out.
no, I'm not. I don't seek out now. But when I figure it out, oh, don't play with me.
Oh no, I
Mm-mm.
just keep on going. Here's the thing. Let's drop some deep nuggets.
I have a few words to say, and then
Hmm. I wouldn't waste my time.
see, you are the pastor. I am, and I think I'm worse than Peter. I don't play that no more because I feel like I've been played so many years. I don't play that.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. So if you're in peace,
Yes, healthy talk heals. Help me.
if you're in peace, they said you would take somebody's head off,
I
Kirby.
will, and don't let me type it out. I'm
But
good with words. Don't
okay,
let me
so
type it out. It's over.
which side do you prefer? Which is the real you, the part when they push that button or the one before they push the button?
The real me is. I think they're both me. I don't think they're.
Which one you
I.
want to be?
It don't matter.
You oh, we got a long work. I could
It
be
don't
anything.
matter. Let me tell you, because I'm who
Oh,
I
I got my work
am.
cut out.
Yeah, I am who I am, and I just don't feel like I am to be played with because I don't play with nobody. When I figure out you're trying to play in my face, oh, we gonna talk. I'm not gonna act like I don't see you. I'm gonna address it right then and
I
there.
I was headed towards saying which one gives you the most optimum peace and
Oh,
divine
telling
existence.
them off.
That does not give you divine. See, you just want
It's like a but see, I don't get mad often. So if you get me upset, that means you have really done a work. Because usually it takes a long, like it takes something really drastic for me to really just go off.
I get upset too, though.
You do.
Of course I
I
do,
can't
and I
tell. Because
and I
you
know a
said you
few.
see the weapon, oh, that's a weapon. It
Larry
is not
Reed
me.
is
She's
Larry
both,
Reed
and
is
God
on
uses both.
here.
Reed said I can be both. So I'm gonna go with what
Yes, hey, my daughter. No, I am both. I just want to bring it, and Reed knows I'm
break
gonna
it
bring it to a
down.
spiritual principle.
Bring it down.
Healthy
We,
talk now.
we listening.
If you look at that opposition as something to address,
Mm-hmm.
then you've missed the lesson that was sent in your life to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
Because as long as I'm using my energy to straighten you, I cannot use all the energy which I need to bring meaning, to bring growth out of it. And so
Mm-hmm.
I especially now in the days, everybody energy is short. We're
It
not even getting the daily allowance we need used to get of energy.
is.
Like, where's the rest of
What?
it? You
We're
showing
not
it
getting.
me?
You
You
said we're
showing it
not
me?
getting a daily what?
Allowance allotment we're supposed to get. I'm like, I'm starting off with a not enough. So when if it requires me to spend some energy on you, watch this, who was assigned to do that to me.
Mm. See, I don't look at life that deep. That's
You
my
asked me,
problem. That's my
oh,
problem. So
okay.
see, I don't look at life that deep. That's why that's why I look like I'm 17 because I live life very free. But let me break it down to how if I'm driving in traffic,
Okay.
right? This I do the practical stuff. If I'm driving in traffic,
I love it.
you see where I'm going?
Yes, come on, give it
Do
to me.
I feel better by blowing that horn if you cut me off, or I'm just gonna hold it and still listen to my music? Heck no, I'm blowing my horn. I'm blowing it till I can't blow it no more. And then
Oh, you're one of those.
bong, I'm blowing it, and then I feel better after I'm done. It's better I do that than hold it in. That's what I feel.
I don't hold it in though. But
What you
if
do?
if we ascribe, I process why that bothered me because I can't get rid of those kind of people, but I can monitor why that bothers me. Is it impatience? Is it do I feel like I have the right of way? Do I not understand the way traffic works? Or so many things I can process because I love feeling light.
Yeah.
I really do love it, and I do all things
I
to make
live
that.
light. I live light. So I get that. I live light. And I can say when I am thrown over into anger, it is a heaviness that
I
I
like the
don't
way you
like.
say thrown over. Now here we go. We're here
Yes.
now. We're on the street.
Listen, I got words for you now.
But you don't. It's that heaviness that lets you know that,
Yeah,
oh, I
you
don't want to
bring
feel
it
this
back.
way.
Bring it back.
Yep.
Bring it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't like being off like that. But I off not it's not often that I'm thrown off like that. So
I get that.
when I'm telling somebody off, I'm really not thrown off. I just want you to know how I feel. Now, if I get
That's
to the point,
good.
if I get to the point where I'm thrown off, I'm not saying nothing because it ain't gonna come out right. So I think before I speak. I
Oh,
do
then
that.
that's good.
Yes. I don't just say anything. When I tell you what I want to say, it's because I want to say it and I want you to feel what I say.
Ooh, I don't want to ever feel that. But the reverse is happening to me. The more I came out into the world, I'm now reverting back. Like, really, I my custom vocabulary is extensive.
You said cussing?
You are that, yes. I yeah,
I just wanted to make sure I heard what you said.
yes. And now I realize it's my test that things are coming because I'm now exploring for the first time getting out of character, and the test is mine. It's fully mine.
Look,
It's fully
somebody
mine to
behind.
embrace.
They say you play the organ. Yes, she do. She says she
Oh,
play at it, but she play. You know people that can really sing and can really play. They always be like, I can't. I do something.
no, I really cannot sing. Now I'm a play more like no, I really can't. You setting those people up for failure. When my songs come out, they be like, oh, that's a no, I really cannot play like that. I can get us through the service though.
Okay.
I can
Do
do a
you
praise and
do
worship
you do you shout still?
every chance I can.
Do you?
Yes.
I'm talking
But
about like really shout, like really, not tip tap.
oh, you oh,
I'm talking about
oh,
because
oh,
not no pretty shout. I'm talking about really shout.
I probably did that one time that my
One time.
bones would allow me.
Oh,
Not in
that's
my
right. That's right. That's right.
recently, yeah. But I wrestled with that too because it started to seem repetitive and didn't have meaning. But then something hit me, girl. I realized that every tribe and every culture has a dance. The Indians have a dance.
Yes.
And then I started not to feel shame about that thing.
Yes. I
It's
have
a
a
part of the
story.
Christian.
When I went to Tanzania, you know, I went on a mission trip to Tanzania and everybody was dancing. I thought it was praise dancers. So I'm
Really?
getting, yes, everybody doing the same thing, whatever. And I'm like, oh, let me get in this because I like to dance. And so the person I was with was saying at the time, because we love demonizing African culture. It was like those are
Hmm.
tribal dances. You shouldn't be doing that. But I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. They were doing their tribal dance.
Oh, it meant something.
Yes, and you could feel it because everybody was doing it together on one
Are you
accord. Yes,
kidding? You can feel it?
everybody. Yes, you can feel it because everybody was in sync. And every time they would
Hmm.
stomp the ground or do whatever, they was doing it together. And it just was like,
Ooh,
I was like, oh, see, we have watered down praise dancing in the United States
absolutely.
because if it was done like that in the United States, I would be apart.
But do you remember coming up? It used to be like that.
It did
Do
it.
you remember? Oh my God.
So
You
are
it, it
you're really old school.
very
You know
traditional.
why I asked that? Because I saw a clip on your page saying that you miss the old school where you could just go to somebody's house and they'll give you a word.
It was so powerful. Everybody was in a way to hear God for you. I miss that piece. I mean, it was nothing to stop to have church on the bus stop,
Mm-hmm.
to have church. Like we didn't have to go to church to have church. Everybody was just Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I miss
Right, right.
that. I miss that. I do miss that. I wish sometimes that I had enjoyed. Like I didn't go to prom.
Yeah, I didn't.
I This is going to be surprise you. My first concert was gifted to me by a young lady in my church a month ago.
Where you go,
I
Usher?
got to see Jasmine Sullivan. I went to see Usher, Jasmine Sullivan. What is it? October London,
I don't know none of
and
them people.
you know
I'm.
Jasmine Sullivan.
I mean, I don't
I
listen
mean,
to her music. I'm a little ratchet when it comes to music.
ain't nothing wrong with it. Are they talking about blowing the horn in the traffic? I did not understand.
I got to turn on some Carter B after I get mad in traffic. Atlanta traffic is bad, so
Oh yeah, I know. I've come through there a time or two. But yeah, I was very traditional. I didn't listen to my first R&B until 2009.
mm,
Yeah, so I was very traditional. And now that's the thing. I have like three generations in the church, and real people from out in the world come in and convert. I got the old school guy.
mm.
I didn't recycling saints. That would have been easy. I wish God had given me that assignment. But I'm really bringing in people who are being converted. Like I want you to know these are. I know they are gang members. We haven't discussed it, and they have
She said we
shown them.
haven't
We ain't
discussed
gonna discuss
that.
it. I just want to say, but the brother, I ain't discussing. I'm just supposing.
Hey.
But the allegiance that they have when they recognize you real,
Hmm.
the allegiance is like a brotherhood they adopted me in. Mad respect. I'm talking about these are tough, unchurched men, and their allegiance is incredible. So I'm a little bit old school, but it's a something that
Hmm.
is able to connect today.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Do you miss the old church?
Of course. I don't even
Mm-mm.
go to church because I miss the old church.
God, I feel
I do
sorry for
not,
that.
I don't, I miss choirs. I hate
Mm.
praise teams.
But you know what it probably is, the unity we felt from the choirs.
I miss choirs. I miss the old ushers that wouldn't let you in the door. I mean, now everybody walking around. There's no order. I miss order in the church. I miss all of that. I miss
Oh my
having to get up and go to the give your money. You ain't got the money, you touch the table. Now everybody cash app and I mean it's just
yeah.
so I miss it. I miss a lot of things. I miss where
Mm.
people would just bust out and praise. Now everything
Oh,
is orchestrated. Like the musicians are instigators. Nobody
so
real nobody really just be like, that's how they used to start my mom in the church. Everybody just and then everybody just start shouting. And then
Just out of the
the
blue.
music would have to catch up because they didn't know that was going to happen.
Oh
But
my
now
goodness,
they're like,
yes.
okay, I bet you I can make them shout on this. I met, and somebody just said, I miss testimony service.
Oh,
I do,
another preacher thing. Yeah.
and I don't. Because
I,
some people will be test the line. They ain't gonna be telling the truth. But
and remember, they would be telling on people.
yes, yes. I miss the old because I grew up in old school church. And then my
Mm,
daddy used to have joy night. So I miss seeing healing at church and demons getting I don't miss seeing demons getting cast out, but they did get
but I
cast
know
out.
what you mean.
But I
Yeah.
miss the feeling of reverencing church. Now when I go in, because I used to didn't wear pants to church, but now what?
Me either. I never wore pants. I remember the first time I wore a bracelet, and I meant to take it off, and I was preaching. I went like I said, "Oh," and then God said, "See, I can anoint you with it oil." But yeah, I
See,
miss the old time way, the structure. I miss the
I miss it.
structure, and
I
look like
miss the
people. They
preachers
all
tuning up and they like and when my mom and them organization at the end of the preaching, they tune up at the end. Thank you,
yeah,
Jesus, and they start
yeah.
preaching like that. But I miss it. So I haven't found I don't go to church. People have invited me to go. I just be like, because I already know I'm not going to. And if I can't praise like I want to praise, because I don't have
I
one of
see.
those fancy, when I praise, I go for broke. And I
Yeah.
just like, I just do it at home. I do praise at home though.
So
So
nothing you like about the current church at all. Nothing is no
nothing,
redeeming quality. You are just
nothing,
unapologetic. Nothing.
nothing.
And remember when they used to preach, that thing went through you. It would
Through
bring you
you,
to tears.
Pierce. I remember crying, going to, when the preacher was preaching. It's just, I don't know.
But that other side
I
was
think
kind of
I need to revisit why. Because I think it has a lot going on too with how I felt like stuff. I don't know. That'll probably be an offline conversation. But
okay,
I
okay,
just feel like it's just it ain't the same. But that don't mean I don't believe God is, God meets me right
sure,
where I am. I'll
sure.
come across a healing talk,
Healthy,
one
yeah,
health heal how you say it?
healthy talk
Healthy
heals.
talk heals.
Yeah,
I'll come across one of those, or of course, I'll just come across something that will I'm like, oh, that was good. And I'll
okay.
put a pin in it. And I'll just
Oh, I
live to
like
see
it.
another day. But it helps that I know how to pray. I can do it on my own. But you do want to be in a community
In
sometime.
the community, in
Sometime.
the community, and have your gift to work. I think we missed that piece.
Yeah.
Those giftings are made to be honed in the church. But I think that is the greatest surprise to the church now is it's bigger than the four walls, and that's
Mm-hmm.
God is working in so many different ways outside of the church, and maybe the dissolution of it was necessary so that we can find God everywhere and anywhere. Because I mean, some of the greatest prophets don't have a title on in church.
True.
It is a Buddhist priest. I befriended her in California, and it took her to tell me who I was. And I'm like, oh, I got it now. A Buddhist priest. And so God is using everybody and anybody. And I know we don't like this concept, but it's not just in the pulpit anymore. Because there was some lethal stuff to the old church too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's
Like
true.
they really were a little bit toxic too.
They were because I just started. You see this shoulder right here? Would have never
Yes,
done it in my mama's
I
presence.
know what you're talking about.
Never
You
ever
say in her presence.
in her presence, never. And one time, I like I was coming off the road. I had on pants, and I had to go. My grandma didn't want you to wear pants in her presence at all. So I would,
Yep.
and especially if she felt like you were in church, like her. And
Mhm.
so I went to go visit my mama. My mama didn't care about the pants and stuff, but showing parts of your body, mm-mm. And so my grandma, she spoke to me. She was like, "Hey, Lisa, how you doing?" I was like, "I'm great, grandma." She said, "Is your legs burning?" I said, "Grandma, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were gonna be here, or I would have wore a skirt." I just she laughed it
Leg
off. Oh,
burning.
I know you're not playing. So
And my
that's how
yes,
I grew up.
me
Like,
too. And my pastor, I had great pastors, the great Dr. Millich Golfin, male, and
mm,
the great pastor L.B. Calloway, great pastors, male and female. But I wouldn't wear pants or earrings. I hardly did makeup around them.
mm.
And because I knew what they stood for,
You know who
I
that is?
yes, I do. Another preacher. These preachers coming out
They
here.
on here to hear the word.
These preachers are
Give them a
coming out.
word, Pastor.
Oh Lord, these people are out here today. These are all preachers I've known for years. They're incredible. They're
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah. So but I do like the new church. I think the problem. I wouldn't say the problem. My challenge was, oh
I
Lord,
don't know who that is.
yes, from Apostle. Oh my God, all these preachers coming out today. Wilton Mac, Latoya Powell in Fayetteville. He's a part of that ministry. These people are preachers.
She
But I'm
said,
like,
hold on.
oh,
Jessica said, "Won't you come visit us? I live in Atlanta, Georgia,
tell her that's a
and I don't
tell
come to Fayetteville at all. Now,
well,
if you
we're gonna
come
have to
into
do lunch.
Atlanta or something
I
like
was
that,
just in Atlanta
yes, ma'am. Let me
two
know when
weeks
you
ago.
in Atlanta, cause
I will.
I don't frequent Fayetteville like that. If
You
I
come
come to North
on.
Carolina, my people are in Goldsboro and Eureka, all them places.
Oh, I know exactly what goes for. Is
He
Eureka
said,
believe it or
"Don't
not?
none of us come to Fayetteville no more."
Oh, y'all wrong. I'm in
I want to
Fayetteville. You're
ask
wrong.
you, how do you do it? Being from Baltimore. But you know what? Baltimore is not. I mean, it's city, but it ain't city.
What? Baltimore?
Mm,
Yes, you're right. It's not city, it's
mm, mm.
jungle.
Yes. I didn't want to say that, but you said it.
Yes.
It's a tangle up.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So do you say two and true? Do you talk like that too?
Yes, and blue. And yes,
Oh my God. Okay, so
yes.
how do you make it in Fayetteville? And it seemed like you have, but see, that's why you have to come online because there are people out here that are not in Fayetteville that would never go or never come back
Yep.
that
Yep.
will listen to you online because they're not coming to Fayetteville. So
Yes.
how do you do it? And look at Foster talking about how.
Look, first of all, I can live anywhere if I can go everywhere.
Look at
So
her. You're not fair.
what?
You are a walking riddle. What did you just
No,
say?
not a walking riddle. I
What?
can live anywhere as long as I can go everywhere.
But do you fly out of Fayetteville or you fly out of Raleigh?
Oh, well, if I want to be comfortable, I fly. I can fly to Fayetteville. It's just with,
I flew to Fayetteville one time, never again. They put me on a plane that did not have no TV. It was this,
what?
it was this small. I felt but I said, oh no. I changed my ticket immediately. I said, I'm going Raleigh, me please. Because
They
I
they
will never
upgraded.
do that.
They've upgraded the airport,
That's
asbestos
what
take
that's
care
what
of.
people from Fayetteville always say. Oh, we upgraded now.
that, that,
And you get to Fayetteville, where? Where have you? Because you got a Cheddar's.
I'm, I'm trying to have some patriotism. People ask me that all the time, and would I reconsider? People like, you want to come up here and this and that'll happen. When a place is your assignment, like Elijah prophesied to Ahab that there should be no rain, and he had to go live in it.
Mm.
Crop jets go to favor. Okay, y'all are so wrong. Oh, y'all riding me tonight.
She
I'm
said,
gonna
please
stand
don't
up for
try to
my
play,
Fayetteville.
don't play us. So you have to live in a comfortable place then. You have a nice house in Fayetteville. Got
I
to.
have a very modest house, but I live within. The
Where
reason I
you?
live within, I live within myself. My happiness dwells within me. I grew up poor, so I can be anywhere. Now I do love finer things, but I condition myself that it comes here. So whether I had it, I had a 4 bedroom. I downsized. I had the portfolio model of a Jaguar XJL. I mean, a long one with that desk in the back. I
Mm,
don't mind shifting. So and I don't know. I just found I made myself content. You know,
mm.
yeah, yeah. But these are great
So how
people.
often do you leave?
I won't leave unless I have something to do. So if I have something
So
to do
you
and go,
actually abide in February and do not go nowhere unless you have an
not
assignment.
unless I have an
Woo!
assignment or a funeral or
You are God's servant.
no, for real.
God
So you
has
didn't like it when
blessed. What? I was
how
at
long
Fort Bragg. You know I didn't like Fayetteville.
how
I
long
didn't
ago?
even live in Fayetteville. I lived in Raleigh and drove to Fayetteville every
When I
morning.
saw you at the church.
Yes,
Wait a minute.
ma'am.
Every morning.
Every morning. I would leave Raleigh at 4 a.m. to get to work on time because I that's how much I didn't like Fayetteville.
Good gracious, you don't like Fayetteville.
Mm-mm.
I guess that's a part of my being asleep too. You know, I just never saw it. And then, yeah, I was asleep. And I came here when everything closed at 10.
And when you got to Fayetteville, there was nothing there.
Nothing.
So
Cliffdale
I'll
Road
give it
there.
to you.
Mm-mm.
They have came up. They have.
Not like the big city, but they're trying. We have, you got me saying they, disowning my favorite. I'm talking about they got we.
This is the truth coming out.
People, say it all the time, but I don't know. These are the
Is this true?
people. Now, Foster, you need to stop your mess because we still do have Cross Creek Mall. Foster, why you do like that?
That is not a mall. If it's what I think, what I remember. That a
Wait,
mall? I
it
live
is
by
a
Lennox, so it can't be like that.
no, it's not like Lennox. But we have 4 anchor stores, J.C. Penney. uh, wait a minute, Macy's, Bell. Y'all not gonna ride,
Well, you
ain't
gotta say Bath and Body Works.
yes, we have a Bath and Body Works.
Cross Creek is a flea market, and she live in
Oh,
Fayetteville. Now,
hey,
come on,
Desiree. Oh my God,
that's
I
my
remember
sis.
these
That's my
people.
sister.
I remember Desiree from McCromity's church, right?
I know her from my brother, William Earl, that passed. William.
William Earl Smith, yes.
Yes, yes, that's where I know her from.
I was just looking at a video of his. Look,
Somebody
they
said,
riding.
but okay, let's get off Fayetteville because I live in the great Atlanta. I live in hot Atlanta, so it
Oh,
does not compare.
it
But
doesn't.
I'm just saying, because I would never go back to living that way because I can go to a Braves game, Atlanta Hawks game, or Atlanta Falcons game all in one day if I wanted to.
Mm,
That's living the
that's.
life,
I was going to say that's living. I
and it's
like
up the
that.
street. It ain't like
Oh my
it's
God, I like
yeah.
that.
So
I like that.
somebody say Atlanta's definitely an experience. So when you come, we can have fun. If you like sports, you like sports. I'm a
I
sports
like
person.
sports. I
Okay,
could
great.
tell I was listening in. I don't know anything about it, but I like sports. No, really, I love the camaraderie, the food. I'm a foodie.
Oh, the food
I'm
is
going to,
amazing.
I can imagine.
Food is amazing. And you can be in the mall any given time. Um, Ti is in there. It's just
Really?
a lot of things that go on, but it don't phase the people that live here because we see them all the time. Young Jock, I don't know if you know when his daughter
Yes,
goes
I
to my
do.
his daughter goes to my school, so he's always at the school all the time. So
I don't know why you acting like I don't know Young Jock. I watch all the Love and Hip Hops, all the Housewives.
really,
Are you
oh
kidding
okay,
me?
so yeah, Well, when were you born? What's your birthday?
1966, November the 23rd. I'm a Sag. You are.
I'm a Pisces.
Well, why you
March
say it like that?
March 14th. No, 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 no. I'm saying because I don't know nothing about no signs. I'm just saying.
Oh,
I was just asking when your birthday was. The most people that are born in March, I get along with really well. But my brother was born in November, and my granddaddy was. When you said it was November, what?
23rd.
That's my granddaddy's birthday,
Unbelievable.
and my brother's is the 27th. Yep.
Oh, so they both said.
I pray for young Jock at breakfast. Young Jock is he's not who he is on TV. I put it that way. He's a very nice person, down to earth.
Really?
Very,
Yeah,
and
nice guy.
they be putting on for the cameras because him and his wife, they're great people.
Oh, make that bag, whatever you have to do.
Yep. But
Yeah.
what I was about to say. So I wanted to ask you a question, but you veered off just a little bit because we started talking about other stuff. But when it comes to dealing with don't you have to pay for parking at, no, you don't. Not unless you want to valet park. Everybody valet parks though. But I can literally walk to Lenox Mall. Lenox Mall is like, if I could just look over, it's right there.
Everybody valets. That's expensive too.
Yeah, I mean, it can be, but it's not. I mean, we make that Atlanta money. So
I got you.
you make that Atlanta money. It don't matter. You ain't gonna want your
Exactly.
car to be
Okay.
parked anywhere. Okay, so my question is, you have a lot of males on here that were saying, hey, you may not even know the answer to this question since you were asleep. But
You are so wrong.
I asked this question to TL Penny and she gave us an example. You know who TL Penny is, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, she is
I love her
amazing.
preaching. Oh,
But
yes.
she, I've asked her about how did she see any difference in the way that she was treated from male preachers, and she said absolutely. I wasn't expecting her to give an example, but she did. Did your when you how long you've been pastoring and you go out to preach? You go out to preach a lot or no? You
I
stay home.
used to, yeah, but I used to do that a lot. It's increasing
So
now.
when you were on the road, did you experience um people doing you wrong? And how did you like combat that, or you just were asleep like you said?
I
You
was
didn't know.
asleep, but I did have some experience. I was definitely asleep because some days I never negotiated honorariums. Hi, Carter. These are that's my spiritual daughter. Um, and her son. I didn't know all of the politics of ministry, so I
Mm.
was just preaching till I was drenched. And one of my experiences was I just really thought this was a very effective message. And the male pastor came up to me and pretty much said he knew why people had fallen in love with me. And I'm like,
Oh,
did you
he
hear?
shot at
Yes,
you.
they shoot their shots.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, they shoot your shots, their shots, and they miss what you're saying. I think that hurt my feelings.
It hurt your feelings.
It hurt my feelings. Like, you know how serious I am with the living in
Right,
the
right.
word. And I'm like, dude, why you call me here for that? It really hurt my feelings. Yeah,
Did
so
you
they
tell
take
him?
their
Did
shot.
you tell him, or you just was like,
Mm,
I'm not coming
I
back
just
here?
went on. I because I was asleep, I was amazed. I didn't know how to process it. And I've had things, oh gracious, I can't tell some of these stories.
Why?
Um, okay, here we go. You're gonna get it.
Okay.
I had someone that at that time was had come to the church, and I don't do a lot of service, not because I'm picky. Some people
Mhm.
think I'm uppity. It's just that I'm more intentional. I'm not picky, you know. But anyway, I had invited a colleague, and in the office, he said, "Hey, and you got cameras in your office?" I'm like, "Cameras in my office? No, give me a hug." I said, my dumb sleep self give him a hug, and he grossed me and squeezes my pelvic to his pelvic.
What?
Yes, and in my office. And one thing, I have been asleep, but I was always intentional. I said, I want you to go out here. I said, don't cut it short. I want you to preach with everything you got. I want you to preach because this is your Alpha and Omega appearance.
Your first and last time.
First and last, because he had me twisted. Now watch this about I never stopped befriending him because he had great techniques for me. He just can't do it in the sacred area.
Right, right.
Yeah. I mean, I
That's
experienced those kind
crazy.
of things.
That's
Oh
crazy.
yeah. Men coming to the church, shouting one year years ago. So you won't think anything right now. This guy had come and I didn't even know. I thought it was the favor of God. Every Sunday he was just writing me out $200 check. And I'm like, God has made another, God has opened another door. I was totally clueless. I just thought it was now all of my tribe, my spiritual tribe, my faith community, they were aware of the goings on. I didn't. And that man went to shouting to get, somebody shouting, he's looking up at me, wanting to get my eye, make eye contact, and they let that poor man fall. I said, y'all know y'all let that
What?
man fall. They let that man fall. And those who are listening now, y'all know y'all let that man fall. Well, he had no business coming here for the wrong reason. So I've encountered things like that, but I'm sure I shortchanged myself. And even
Mm,
now, people take advantage of my naivete, and they cipher the gift
mhm.
and never repay me in
Wow.
some regards. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you've
People
been
won't.
places where they haven't paid you.
Oh my gracious, yes. I've been in places where they say, "Oh, your musician had to have the conference fee, and so we deducted it from your check." I say, "My musician." I mean, all kinds of things. Where offerings were taken for me, and people would write checks. So if I made an agreement, they gave me the bare minimum and pocketed the rest, and things like that. All kinds of. I hope he fell
What?
after he wrote that.
That's
After,
funny.
yes, he fell after. I like Jermaine, whoever he is. Please,
Jermaine is
please.
my day one pen pal. That's what I
I
call the
like
people that
him.
comes on my podcast. They're pen pals. Um, that is crazy.
Yeah.
And that like, but as you said in the beginning, you love this. So you
I,
have to be built for this because I'm telling you, God knows who to give. Cause ain't no way, especially okay, you traveled, you sweated, you preached, and I told you I have an honorarium, and then when it's time to give me my money, you gonna tell me you don't have it? Oh, we finna turn over some things.
and even now, people don't do me right, and I know it. But because I love this as in my call, I have deeper things as reward that money can't buy, like a tribe that
Mm,
when I was sick for 14 years, people cleaning you, doing your hair, doing giving up their lives. There were two ladies in my ministry that they didn't work for a certain period of time because they had to be available to me because I was so sick.
wow.
So I may have done a trade off, but the deeper things like a strong community, I
Mm,
think I had those because I have no family, no chick or child down here.
really?
Um, no family members,
You have
nobody.
no family members.
Except my spiritual family, no one. So
Wow.
when I'm sick, these people are taking me to the ER. They're taking time off of work. They're spending the night. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but I think I was taken advantage of a lot. And that's probably why I don't go out as much because I don't know the politics. And there's some heavy politicking out here.
It is. It is.
It's heavy politicking.
So how do you handle your singleness being a pastor? How do you do
I'm gonna say this, and I'm not being smart. Just like any other single woman, mine is no different. Meaning, I have the same proclivities, the same itch. I get it scratched. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Pastor
And
Taylor, you are funny.
It's so true though. And
Yeah.
I have the same, just I'm a woman
Like
in every
everybody else.
sense of the word.
Okay.
And so I experience those things, but I'm modest because um I honey, let me tell you something, Lisa.
I'm listening.
Girl, let me just say this, and my church knows this. I am not who I seem to be. I am adventurous. I'm risky.
She said, "I'm not who I'm. Who I. So who we
I'm
saying you be?"
freaky.
Wait a minute now.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
wasn't expecting you to say that.
This is why you told me we could be. I'm
Yeah,
all
I
of
want
that.
you to be real.
Every my mind. If God put my mind on the screen,
They say the
I,
most anointed people are like that.
you better tell somebody.
Yeah, they say they are.
There's a thin line between spirituality and sexuality.
Why you? What did I say? Why are you saying my name with all these
Why they
laughing
say
emojis? I didn't say anything. I did not say anything,
you didn't
Desiree.
do anything?
I didn't. But listen, so you have a lot of so is your so you saying you would you say that your church is thriving, or would you say that you just have a base and you launch out from online? Like how, because you don't look at numbers, you just look at the how people progress. Is that what you're saying? That's what I'm
I
gathering.
like that. I notice numbers, although I've had some highs and lows and post pandemic hit a divine reset for all of that. After the pandemic, it was sketchy, but now it's a totally different population.
Mm-hmm.
The other half of the pandemic, I had traditionalists, churchy people.
Mm.
Now it's a certain sound for some reason, and I'm ministering to the unchurched and people who have never seen or heard of me now because I'm streaming, and it's a different temperature that I'm figuring out.
Got you.
Yeah, it's not like, okay, y'all, you come out with the traditionalists. We're gonna be out here at 8. Yes, Pastor. It's a hodgepodge of energies and demographics, and I'm figuring that out. But it's definitely progressive. And
Got
now
you.
I'm stretching out beyond my borders because like I said, I didn't think people would listen.
So y'all drinking coffee and stuff now. Is
I'm
that what
ready for it. We're setting up a thing in the back.
coffee and popcorn? I
Well,
like
I'm
it.
having on Super Soul Sunday where we're going. I mean, Super Soup
Soup.
and Soul,
I love
Soup
soup.
and Soul Sunday, where we'll stream an old message for the people online, and we're just going to eat soup and share testimonies. No praising or nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, because just really knowing those that they have tremendous stories and narrative. So that kind of difference
Right.
is what we're doing now. Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Zoe, yes, send it up, please.
Thank you.
All right. Fine.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's your daughter, right?
It's my concierge. All right. I gotta send Zoe's food up. But you can't get in my house if you wanted to.
For real, for real.
For real.
Oh,
They had
you
to
like,
call
oh,
me.
you mean, I thought your daughter name was Zoe. You talking about the restaurant.
Yeah, the Zoe no Zoe ordered some food. They said we have a food DoorDash here for Zoe. Can I
Now I
send it
got
up?
you.
And I said, yeah.
I
Anyway,
like that land to live in.
hey, I love it. But if you could tell someone, okay, because you touched on it a little bit about how the imposter or whatever, like that syndrome. But if you could tell someone, because you're coming back in January, we put a pin
You
in that.
got me. Yeah, you got
So
me.
what would you tell someone that may be battling just doing it versus maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't? What would you tell someone how to get out of that stuckness?
Um, just like Nike said, just do it.
Just do it.
I'm now finding out in this world that everybody's talking.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's talking in some way or the other. it's just flooded. Where before you had a few talk shows and you had a few, but now TikTok, everybody's talking everything.
Everybody.
Um, I would say just do it because somebody needs to hear your voice. I didn't find that out. Hey, boss lady in Atlanta. That's who I came and did something with in Atlanta. Healthy Talk Hills in Atlanta. But somebody needs to hear exactly what you're saying. And I didn't realize that until, oh my gracious, from New York, she tunes in. Oh my goodness. These are all my members. Virtual, that's another one. Virtual member. Faithful giving. I didn't know that somebody wanted to hear me. It's a different tone, like a favorite artist. This is just what I'm discovering. There are
Mhm.
some artists that just reach us and that we resonate with. And I didn't know that for preaching because I had bought into, you have to do it like this and do it like this. But if you
Mhm.
do it like you,
Do it like
somebody's
you.
looking for you.
Come on. If you do it like you, somebody is looking for you. That's why,
Somebody
listen,
looking for you.
that is, we can stop right there. And
Yeah.
we are going to
And
stop right there because I need to go watch the NBA.
that's right. You did say that.
Come
Wow. It's
gamble
been.
with me.
Oh, I saw the scan,
I
baby.
ain't playing with y'all. Listen, I make money. Screenshot. So you can give
Wow.
me, I'm telling you right now, Pastor. Listen, I'm looking at my prize picks right now. I'm already in the green. Let me tell you, I make
Wow.
money. I started
Wow.
in, this is just here and there.
Yeah.
I've won $6,723.70.
Lord, don't the Lord, Lord have you.
And I have, but see now I'm getting serious about it because me and Tiffany, we're gonna do a pod about it. I just be doing it here and there. I've been winning for so long, until one day she was like, you're really good at this."
Now, are you doing the analyzing of the
No, see
players?
what
Are you?
I do people that I know. I'm gonna show you. So for
Oh,
instance, see already it's telling me that that's green.
oh, I see the green.
Stuff has just started already. So see green. It's just they just starting. So what I
Oh
do is
my
I
goodness.
know I watch NBA for real. So I know the NBA players. I thought I knew the WNBA until they started playing these they weren't playing their best. So I kind
Mm-hmm.
of lost with them. But the NFL, like the back of my hand, know it.
Are you kidding
So
me?
you already know. See, the NFL is easier because you know that the quarterback is going to stay in the game. You know that all the players are going to stay in the game. So it's just up to you to say if they're going to get more or less of what the people say. And so, like
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Edwards, y'all know who Anthony Edwards is. He played for the Timberwolves. They had him down for 0.5 points. That means he only have to get 1 point in the game. You know he's going to get 1 point.
Wow, you know he's gonna get 1 point.
Yeah, you
See,
know that.
you know what I'm discovering that a lot of the females are now into sports. In my generation, that wasn't a thing.
I've always been into sports. I play basketball too. I've always been into sports, but my daddy didn't allow me. I believe my dad would allow me to explore and be on a basketball team and
Mm.
stuff like that. I probably would have been like Teaspoon or somebody like
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
but my dad was against it. He was like, no, you're not playing basketball. You can play outside with your brothers, but your brother and your cousins, but you can't play basketball. So I just
Oh,
gave it
you
up.
got to play outside with them though.
I played outside and in the dirt, we played outside. But when I became a first lady, I put all that stuff away
I see.
because I was like, I shouldn't be doing that or whatever. So
I gotta wear my hat.
I stopped watching sports for a span of probably 15, 20 years. But
Wow.
when I got divorced, I slowly picked it back up. But now I'm in. I'm all the way. I am a sports fanatic. When the Spurs coming here, I'm going to a Spurs game. I'm going to Tennessee for the Vikings game because the Vikings is my team, as you can see.
Oh, you for
Um,
real, for real.
yes, I go to all the championship for the NCAA women's championship. I was there. When Dawn did her little speech, I was there.
Yes.
Great seats. I
Good for
was there.
you.
And the Super Bowl is coming here 2028. I'm definitely gonna be there. But if my team make it to the Super Bowl, I'm going to New Orleans.
Oh, you are for real, for
That's
real.
how I do.
I love it.
Lisa,
I
I need you
love
to
it.
teach me how to play. So it's not a teaching. And I'm gonna come live and I'm gonna tell y'all how I do what I do. Somebody talking about we are in the green. I posted some of my picks earlier today. So he must have thought he
Oh,
must have
wow.
tailed my pick. But I love sports. So if I love it, then why not make money off of it?
Now, real quickly, when they scan, what how did they help you win?
So when they scan, they're following my code.
I
So
see.
that means when they, you know how when you sign up, I get $25 if you sign up. That's just how they
Hmm.
go. And
Yes.
then I'll just share with you my picks, and we just win together.
Wow.
That's how it goes.
You're a
So,
mastermind.
did I make money in my sleep with Facebook? It's just I just got paid today for Facebook, and
Wait a
I
minute.
don't
I'm
get I what.
I'm woke now. I need to know some things that we're talking. I'm coming
You
back. Healthy talk is coming back.
listen. You need to come back, and you need to post every day so Facebook can recognize you as a content creator. And they don't pay you for videos. They pay you for posting. So that's why when I say good morning, say it back. Do y'all see how many people say that on my page?
Yes,
I don't say it just to be saying it. I say that to get paid.
I see. I see.
So don't y'all stop saying good morning just because I
I'm a
said I get paid for
I'm a
it.
really I'm a really say it now. Yeah.
So, and even so, when I don't say it, people come back to the post that they so used to me saying it, they'll come back to that post and say good morning. So it's something that I have been doing over the years, and now I just get paid for it. There was this one
This
post that I posted a old lady in a dress that she got from Shein, and it showed like the a breast of a woman or whatever. And all I didn't put no hashtags behind it. I made some type of caption. It was almost 5 million hits on that picture. And I got paid a lot of money. I'm still getting paid from that picture. Keep it
Lisa,
going.
stop it.
Yes.
This has been worth it for me, number one, because of that information, but also because you tied me into a covenant and I don't take it lightly. Now I got to be back in January.
Yes, you have to. It is money that you make in your sleep. And why not? And I ain't talking about no small money. If you're getting $1,500, $2,000 a month from just posting, why not
Mm,
do
mm,
that?
mm, mm. Thank you. Thank you for the affirmation today. I didn't think anybody wanted to hear it, but thank you for the affirmation. This was
Yeah,
more for me today.
yeah. So get out there and do it.
I'm going to do it.
And I'm
I'm going to
gonna
do it.
keep on telling people how I feel until I get the unction to be
Yeah.
like, okay, it ain't worth it. But right now, it's worth it. All right, y'all. Y'all please give my guest a hand, Pastor Ann Taylor. Thank you so much. When you come to the A, just let me know. All right.
Will do.
I will make sure you have a great time and make sure you get back, you know, in one piece. Also, if you don't tell them, you know I will. Know what? Know what? What do I know? Desiree, you be telling family business. I don't know what
That's
you talking
that's
about.
what's happening.
I don't know what she talking about. What you talking about? All right, anyway. I really enjoyed this. Your daughter says she really enjoyed. Everybody
Oh,
that comes to put a pin in it, they have a great time. Oh, she said I would tell somebody off about you. Yeah, I know she will. She fusses for me. I don't really have to do it.
oh.
Oh, tell us where we can find you. See, you got people that want to come where you are.
Wow, thank you so much, John Tay. I am Healthy Talk Heals on all social media platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, the Instagram. Also, Alive Ministries, ALIV, only on Facebook, but on other platforms. Oh, YouTube as well. YouTube for Healthy Talk Heals, YouTube for Live Ministries. And you can also find me by the handle Ann Taylor Fayetteville, because just like the store, I had to add Fayetteville on mine. And
Somebody
somebody,
put y'all
Akima,
address.
they are
Ain't
promoting.
nobody coming to
Yes.
851A Brad Boulevard. We gonna meet y'all online.
Online.
We is not coming to Fayetteville. We love
That-
Pastor Ann Taylor.
But
Y'all
you ain't
love
coming.
Fayetteville. We don't. We ain't coming.
But please, I encourage everybody. I have people from all over Georgia, New York, Philly, Florida that support me online. So I'll take the online too. But yeah, so Ann Taylor Fayetteville, Healthy Talk Heals and the Live Ministries.
I can come on your live and I stir up online now. People
Oh,
be,
we have people respond in the
let
comment
me tell
section
you
on
something.
Sunday.
I am a comment person. I get in them comments and set it off.
Mhm.
Somebody said, "Come." I've been to y'all church before. I have. It was a long
Several
time ago.
times. Yeah.
I've been to a live ministry before. Y'all just don't remember. I was there.
Rio is one of the originals. I'll help her remember. She'll remember.
Yeah, I've
Fallon,
been
I
there.
don't remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was great. I'm definitely gonna have to have you come on, especially when you keep your promise coming on in January, so we can make sure how that's going. I
Oh,
think this is my going on my 3rd year of potting. I haven't been potting that long. 7 years is a long time. But it gets when you try to do it consistently, it gets a little, you know. So you have to
yes.
take breaks along the way.
Okay.
So a break is
Okay.
needed. So when you come back, you'll be rejuvenated.
Thank you for
Yep.
letting me know that.
Yeah, because I just came back. I was out during the summer, then I came back when school started. So
Okay. Okay.
yep. So we enjoyed you. Everybody said they enjoyed you. You
Thank you for
two
having me.
coming to the A in January.
That's right. I'm coming to the A. We're doing another one. I forgot to tell her. That's my Atlanta Connect for Healthy Talk Heals. We're gonna do another
Okay.
one there.
Okay. So it's not so how is so when you do it is it live?
It's live. I have guests on the show. We had a cookout and then Healthy Talk Heals. Yes, it's live.
Okay. You're not one of the ones that like make the females cry and stuff at the things, are you? Because I don't like those.
I don't. I can't.
I
I
don't
haven't
like
had
those.
it yet, but I have a way because it's my gift of getting on the inside, and it elicits emotes feelings and that people need to release anyway. But I don't do it intentionally. It doesn't happen often.
Okay. I
I'm
mean I'll
about to
come
do
to
one.
support. I'll come to support. Just keep the
Okay,
date in mind and keep reminding me because I will
I will. I
forget.
will.
I'm not a thug now. I will cry, but I don't. It's not my. Some people it's on their agenda to cry. That's not me.
No, that's not me.
Yeah.
That's not me either.
So all right. Thank you, Pastor, for coming on. And
Thank
I'm
you
gonna
for
close
helping
out.
me.
You can leave when I remove you. It doesn't matter. But thank you so much. All right, y'all. We have had healthy heal, healthy talk, heal talk. I am so that's out of dismissed 8 times. I love it when I have a guest on that's easy to talk to. I love that. So we have had a great conversation. Put a pin in the conversation with Elisa. I love you guys. Healthy Talk Heals. Thank you. I'm sorry. I get tongue tied. I'm very country at times, and that's where that come from. So I hope that you have enjoyed. I have a lot of clips that I can pull from this. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. While I'm gonna post my winnings tonight so that y'all can know. You need to come gamble with me. All right. Okay. Y'all have a good night.
Put a pin in it.